Hello! Apologies for the delayed start there. Welcome to today's stream. I'm Lockwood Adam. With me today for this special end of year AMA event. I am joined by most of the in-house community team actually. I've got Lockwood Jesse here to answer your support related questions. I've got Lockwood Sam who can answer any questions that you have about bugs. And as usual, we've got the one and only Lockwood Sylvia, so if you have any questions about cats or goth styles, we've got you covered.
Yeah.
For those of you that haven't been to one of our live AMA events before, this is an opportunity for you to ask us any questions you have been itching to ask us, anything that's been on your mind for a while. We'll try and answer as many as possible, but please, please, please don't be offended if we miss a few, because there's so many of you now. Yeah. There's loads of you. Hello to all of you. If you do have any suggestions for Avakin Life, please share them on our official subreddit and the development team will take a look at them. The link for this is going to be in the description here. Okay, let's go. Right then, so Avakin Life in 2018. Let's just go through this a little bit. Okay, so we really hope you've enjoyed this year. It's been quite a big one for us. We've released quite a lot of exciting new features and items. We've actually managed to check off some of those long-awaited requests and suggestions submitted by you, our wonderful community, which has been a big challenge for us. We used to get a lot of suggestions in the early days for features that are now actually possible. So that's yeah, that kind of covers that really. Just a few stats for you that you might find impressive, really. We've got multiple teams here at Lockwood that work on multiple things at the same time. Our testing and dev teams have fixed over 6,500 bugs this year.
What?
Wow.
Calls for a celebration.
Yeah, exactly. Many new features that were released, including this includes the Egypt Adventure, the fashion contest, the quiz game, player interactions, loads of new event features as well. Our support team here, we've responded to over 150,000 support tickets this year.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, there we go.
Wait for it. Yeah.
We've released over 4,700 items into Avakin this year so far. This includes apartments, social spots, petkins, tops, shirts, jeans, outfits, shoes, dresses, wings, dancers. Did I say petkins?
You could have just said everything.
Well, everything, yeah.
Shorter, yeah.
Well, you name it, it's probably an Avakin. So, yeah. And one other thing that we've done that's a bit of a change for you guys, the community, we've relaunched our official subreddit as a hub for the community to talk outside of Avakin Life. So if you're not able to get online, you can leave all your comments and stuff over on our subreddit, and we'll take a look. How's the sound, guys? We've got any feedback on the sound? Am I too loud? I'm always a little bit too loud. What about if I go really close to the mic? Like, oh no, it peaked a little bit there. Let me just turn it down just a tad. Sorry about this. So Sylvia, what have you been up to this week since our last stream?
This week, nothing. Just
Nothing?
well, it's been so busy. It feels like nothing. But we've just been getting more and more into Christmas. We've put up our decorations.
Of course.
And we're all really excited about what's coming. We can't wait to tell you guys.
Well, we're actually in the heart of Christmas releases here at the moment.
Yep.
There's a few more to come. We've got some special surprises for you at the end of the month for New Year and things like that. But that's yeah. So that's cool.
We'll talk a bit more about this at the end, towards the end. So.
Yeah. Anyway, earlier on in the week, sorry, I'm shouting a bit there. Earlier on in the week, we asked on Reddit for some questions that you would like us to take a look at during the stream. So we'll go through a few of those, and then we'll come back to some more cool facts a little bit later in the stream. Okay, cool. So, Jess, do you want to start?
No.
Oh, that's not the
You
spirit.
have to forgive me. I'm quite ill at the moment, so
Quite a few of us are, yeah.
with a sore throat, I don't really want to talk too much, if that's okay.
I'm sure they understand.
Yeah, please forgive my rudeness.
Can everybody spam the chat with sad face emojis on behalf of the Avakin community team?
Support Jess.
Oh, please support Jess, support Sam.
Your pity
I think the only person that's not sick in this office at the moment is Sylvia.
Yay!
That means Sylvia can start.
She's using her edgy goth ways to deflect the sick bugs.
Yeah. I've been surrounded by ill people all week and I'm fine. There's got to be something wrong.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, we'll all be better soon, so you can now switch that to happy emojis. That would be great. Let's see how many happy emojis we can get on our page.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of sadness. We like that.
We don't like
You
that.
don't like sad.
Well, we don't like it, but it's supporting
It's
Jess,
cool- it's
so
cool that,
we
yeah.
agree with it.
Come on,
It's
let's
okay.
see your positivity, people.
Oh, we've got
Come on.
grimacing. We've got grimacing.
Oh, we got winky faces.
Winky
Grimacing.
faces and cool sunglasses,
Kissy faces,
guys.
Sunglasses, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jess wants a penguin. Anyone?
Yeah, any penguin emoji? Is there a penguin emoji on YouTube? I
Yes.
don't think there is.
Yes,
Is
Hashtag
that-
Yeah, I
support
think there
local
is.
Jess.
Okay.
I always use it.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway,
Well,
we just had a
yeah.
moment of silence there. Sorry about that. Okay, I'll start. Right. So, River22 on Reddit says, is it technically possible to set up a fashion voting system to compare only male versus male and female versus female? That will give males a better chance for top 100 and fair play. Right, okay. So, with the fashion contest, as we stated when we first released it, it's a very, very early version of it. It is subject to change. We're looking to constantly make improvements to it. The form it's in now, it's its final product, but it's gonna change. We're gonna make. Sorry, I'm not being very clear here. It's the full release version, but a lot of it is kind of trial and error when we release a new feature like this because it's never been done before. So we need to find the right balance on
Yeah,
it.
we
So
want to see what you guys like, what
Yeah.
works, so we might make
we're
a
up-
few changes still.
exactly, and we're completely open to taking your feedback on. So if you've got
Yeah.
any more suggestions for this,
Keep leaving feedback.
leave the feedback. We need to see it because there's no point sitting in silence, is there? No. To answer your question though, because I just realised I completely rambled through that. We're looking at ways of doing that, but then it's not possible right now. But we do feel for you. We do understand your concern, guys. There does need to be a separated version, we think. Okay, who's next? Who wants to go next?
I'll go. I feel like there's something that we need to address really quickly. I'm getting loads of questions about Santa. So in case you guys are not in the loop, we have this new event that started today. So it involves finding Santa in everywhere around Avakin, really. So the way this works, and we do understand that there might have been some confusion regarding this, but Santa will be in random social spots, appearing randomly for different periods of time. So if you can't find him, if you're brought to a scene where you think he might be there and it's not, just you
Just
might
hang
have
around.
to be
It is.
patient.
I will back Sylvia up on this a little bit. It is supposed to be a bit of a challenge for you to find him.
It's
So
supposed to be challenging, so don't get too
Yeah.
frustrated.
you will find him.
Yeah.
You're not missing out on anything by not
No.
finding him at the same time as everyone else. You'll get the same stuff. So
It is worth it for all the gifts that you're gonna get.
yeah.
Free gifts. Woo.
And all the Christmas spirit that Santa brings to Avakin.
Yeah.
Yay.
Jess doesn't seem to like Christmas. I didn't know this about her.
You
Maybe it's
didn't
just
know,
because she's
really?
sick.
I'm just constantly in a state of Halloween. So
Yeah, permanently. You do have black tinsel on you, Marta. So,
that's true.
yeah.
Do that.
Right, so good. Okay, question for all of us. What's your favourite Disney movie? Sam.
My favourite Disney movie.
That was by Avakin on Reddit.
I would say it's got to be either Lion King or Toy Story, the original one,
Why?
because I grew up with those films.
Okay.
I grew up with them. They are very close to my heart, Adam. And
Okay.
I don't appreciate you questioning my choices.
Spoiler alert. Did you cry when...
No,
sorry.
you can't bring this up now.
Okay,
We can't do
sorry,
this
it's
now.
too sad. It's too sad.
I will cry.
agree. I'm still traumatized.
Jess, what's your favourite Disney film?
See, I actually really like Beauty and the Beast.
A tale of old as tale as old as time.
Time.
That would have been well. I can't talk. Forget it. Why?
It's got the best
Why?
sing-alongs, I think.
Okay.
It does.
Yeah. I quite like
I
the
do like
that.
the books, don't you?
Yeah.
talking crockery is
She's
quite
smart.
cool.
Well,
Sylvia, what about you?
Well, I'm a bit mad because Sam kind of stole my answers. I was literally going to say Lion King and Toy Story, but I like all of the Toy Stories.
That's just because they're great choices, though.
They are.
They are pretty good choices.
See, we don't need to fight. Let's
No, we can agree for once.
Well, what's mine? Mine's probably. Does Monsters Inc. count? Is that Disney or is that just straight up not?
It might be Pixar.
It's yeah.
Okay, let's go Jungle Book. I like Jungle Book.
Oh, it might be Disney.
The live action remake.
Monsters Inc. might be Disney.
Well, I relate to Baloo. So yeah, that's my reason.
Because you're
It's
an
a good
overweight
reason.
bear.
Well, I'm not an overweight.
What?
Well, that's what Baloo is.
Oh yeah.
No, I just like eating
Means
ants.
personality-wise.
Anyway, let's give them some of the questions they want to hear answers to. That'd be good.
Something they actually want to hear.
Yeah. Sylvia, what have you got? Actually, no, you've just gone. Jess, what have you got?
I've got a question from someone.
You need to acknowledge them.
What is their name? Oh no, Atticus Finch.
Atticus Finch. Okay.
They want to know: are there any plans to release bundles of the 2018 series, so like the Mexico, Brazil, and Britain? There is no plans set in stone yet, but we may release them next year. May.
Not in May. We might.
Might.
It's a really good suggestion.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure that the team have probably already discussed this and probably come to some kind of decision on it.
Yeah.
But it's a great suggestion. If you could leave that one on Reddit for us, we can pass them the link to that and see what everyone's feelings are towards that idea. That'd be really good. Okay, Sam, got anything bug related?
I do, yes. Why is it so complicated to report a bug, and why does it take so long to fix them?
Wow.
This is from
This is from Familia Harrington on Instagram. So why is it so complicated to report a bug? Well, we agree with you, which is why we've just changed the entire system.
what?
Yeah, we've made some big changes.
Tell us about them.
Wow.
That's,
It does
we need some kind of
require a
klaxon, don't we? I'll get that set up.
What, super dramatic klaxon?
You know.
So about the bugs.
So about the bugs,
Back to the
about
bugs.
the bugs. Before we used a really clunky sort of email form, which some of you will be familiar with. What we've done now basically is we are putting the support and bugs into the same place. So if you've got a problem with a bug in game, simply go to support and send your request through there, and they'll basically tag that and send that straight over to the bug investigation team, and they will look into it.
Yeah, it means that if we need more information, we can. It's easier for us to talk to you. It's easier for you to talk to us instead of going through a dated system which involves emails and things like that.
Yeah, and it's just
we think it's
just
all around
a lot more
easier for you to
streamlined.
use.
It's
Yeah.
a lot more streamlined in general. In regards to why it takes so long to fix bugs, this is because, I mean, it depends what the bug is. Some bugs are easy fixes, other bugs not quite so easy. They can be quite complicated. It really does depend on what the bug is. On top of that, some bugs are kind of higher priority than others, so it really depends on how easy it is to fix the bug and what the level of priority is in terms of how severe the bug is. But we do look at all reports that come through, and we do take all bugs very seriously, so keep sending them through if you find any in-game.
A lot of resolving bugs as a whole is very dependent on trying to reproduce the issue of the bug. So if you've got a very isolated thing that's happening that might just be affecting that particular model of phone or tablet that you're using, could be very dependent on your internet settings. So we have to try and reproduce multiple international scenarios with multiple different devices. So for example, we're based here in the UK. We have relatively stable internet, but some people that live a lot more rural, maybe people live near the desert, that kind of scenario, and It's
Not-
true.
not
We do
just the
have
desert.
quite a lot
The
of
forest,
people that
mountains as well.
users from that area, those areas. But yeah, mountains, forests, less internet,
Right, yeah.
less access to more advanced tech, that kind of
For
stuff.
those of you that live
This-
in the mountains and have issues with connection.
Well,
This
yeah.
is just one example, though. There's lots and lots of variables, really.
Yeah.
And but you know, as Adam said at the beginning of the stream, we've solved over 6,500 bugs this year.
I think it's 4,500.
Was it 4?
Oh, no, 6,500.
6,500 bugs this
6,000,
year.
yeah.
So
Bear in mind, there are some bugs that exist that are only specific to one device, and when you think about it, there are actually tens of thousands of devices on the world.
Yeah. So our wonderful QA team, they do spend their time trying to reproduce these bugs as quickly as possible and trying to iron it out, working closely with the development team to try and just make sure that they've got. For example, we've got one at the moment, which I believe is another one of the questions we've got for you, Sam, which is regarding one of the shaders on one of the cars.
it's
or a few
well,
cars.
it's quite a lot of the cars actually. Yeah. There's a bit of a shader issue going around at the moment where for a recent update it was an attempt to fix an issue with the item preview screen, but the problem is it caused a few issues with the shader. So this has kind of led to discoloured cars, which a lot of you have already picked up on, and we keep getting reports about that. Our team are aware of it. Our artists are trying to look into a fix. It's just a case of trying to find a decent fix that works at the moment. So please be patient with us on that one. But we are aware of the issue and we're looking into it.
Cool. I've got one here. Scorpio 8 Scorpio 8 on Reddit says, why have you guys not released hugging and interactions? Right, so we kind of made an error here, and we showed you a sneak peek of what was a very, very early model of a test animation for the interactions, which happened to be a hug. Now, right now, we're not intending to release that hug just yet. I mean, it might come in the future, but as we stand right now, why haven't we? We're just trying to work out what we want to do with regards to interactions like that. This is the first release of interactions, or I think we're on the second one now, aren't we? So there is scope to do pretty much anything there. So we just want to try and find out what you guys want. And believe me, we are listening to your feedback here. We do take all of it on board. But right now we've just not got any intention of releasing a hug. We don't have an animation that's not bugged. There's many reasons, but they're the main two really.
But there is a lot more coming. There are a lot more interactions coming. So cool.
Yeah.
While we're on, well, we were before on kind of support-ish territory, I have one from Mimosync, I believe.
Nemosync on Reddit.
Oh, yeah, on Reddit.
A quite active member on the Reddit community with us.
Shout out. Asking, do you have any plans on changing Tapjoy? This is kind of something that we get a lot on, like a lot of questions about, but as much as we'd want to kind of help you out with any issues you might have with Tapjoy, they are a separate company from us, so if you have any complaints on anything that might have happened, like you've not received a reward or something, you can submit screenshots from the website and they will get back to you and give you other coins or anything that might be missing. So if you head over to tapjoy.force.com, there's instructions that will tell you everything you need to do, but sorry about this, we can't actually
We don't
help
actually
you
have a way
directly.
of offering you support for
Yeah.
this, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Jess, have you got any?
Hello. Yes, Atticus Finch, the game, would like to ask if there are any plans for new badges in the game. I am going to say yes. There will be more badges in the future. Can't tell you what they'll be, but they are coming. So expect to see a couple more in 2019.
As always, if you've got suggestions for what kind of badges you would see and how they would be achieved.
Yeah, we do want to only release badges when you genuinely achieve something. So, for example, we've got the quiz game one. That takes a lot of effort to and a lot of knowledge to complete the quiz. So
that does include leveling up as well.
Of course,
Yeah.
But it's something you can really show off. Something you can really be proud of. So
yeah, I mean, as we add new features as well, it gives us more scope to add new badges. So as Avakin grows as a whole, there's more reason for us to introduce more badges.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. So,
there's one from Avakin on Reddit, asking what happened to the cat you sneak peeked months ago.
Do they mean the links?
Yeah, that's what I believe they're referring to, the links. But guys, with it's with sneak peeks. Can't talk today. Sorry. It's kind of something. These are items that are still being developed. So if they're not out yet, like when we sneak peek, it doesn't mean they'll come out within the next like week or so. It might be the case, but that might not be the case. So. Everything we sneak peek will come out, so please be patient. It just might not come out as soon as you would want it to. But yeah, don't worry, it will happen.
Yeah, I mean, bearing in mind, when we do release a sneak peek, sometimes these won't be out for months or even a year or so. I mean, it's just cool stuff that's being developed that we'd like to show you.
Yeah.
There is no time scale on that at all.
yeah.
So don't expect everything you see on a sneak peek to be released shortly, because that's not always the case.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, one of the questions that came through is actually regarding to a sneak peek we did back in June on YouTube, which was group dancers. Now, that, apologies for that. What we did there, we actually released that video way too early.
Yeah.
I'll put my hand up to that. That was completely my fault. We saw a new feature.
Oh,
we got really
You
excited
got
about
really
it.
excited though,
Right,
yeah.
quick, let's make a
all
video.
did.
We need to show
Let's
the
do
users, but it was
Yeah.
way miles off being finished. So
It
you'll
was
probably
not
see this
ready.
in 2019.
Yeah.
But yeah, apologies from me. I literally have my hand up in the office right now. It was
We
my
can
fault.
see
Sorry.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be worth it though.
It will be
Just
worth
about,
it.
Yeah,
will be
it is
worth
on its way. It
It'll
is
be
on its way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question that's been asked by Carly57?
Yeah. Of course
This
you
is
can.
for everyone. What is your favourite thing that has been released in 2018? And I'm going to start this off by saying the Vampire animation set.
Of course you would.
Good choice.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of an obvious one, and my answer would be something that's also kind of Halloween themed, which is the Gothic mansion that we had. Remember, we had our kind of Halloween party there. Kind of since then, I haven't ever stopped thinking about it, and it's my favourite thing ever. Yeah.
So,
It's perfect for me.
One thing that I really liked, apartment-wise actually, was the Dubai floating villa. I thought that was a really quite picturesque. It's just out in the middle of nowhere, sea all around.
It's a
you
dream
know
holiday
what I mean? Just-
vacation.
No people around.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could spend
Perfect.
365 days a year at that place, quite easily.
yeah. Okay.
What about you, Adam?
Me, mine would definitely be the official Avakin subreddit. There you go.
What? That doesn't count.
That's my favourite
I
thing
mean,
we've released this year.
technically, yeah. We have, well,
Favourite item?
did it say item? Are you sure?
No, I'm saying that.
Item.
Ah.
Oh, okay. Right. I quite liked the ice skating social spot, if that can be called an item. Is that an item?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
content,
yeah.
isn't it? So.
That was really cool. What were your guys' favourites? Let us know in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
We would love to hear it. We think we know what they are. We think one of our most popular items this year. Well, actually, I think it was the most popular item this year. Is the one that Jess chose, which is the vampire animation set. So yeah, it is really cool though.
It was really good, yeah.
Floating around.
Floating and biting. Okay, right. Let's have a look. See if I've got another one here. Tech2D on Reddit says, are you going to separate the male and female items in the Purple Glamour Collection bundle? We have no plans to do this. It's a premium bundle. If we were to separate them, it would be the same price anyway. So if you don't want to wear the female items or you don't want to wear the male items, just consider those freebies. That's kind of that really. I don't know what else to tell you without you potentially getting annoyed with my answer, really. It's they're there if you want to buy them. That's that.
I've got one from YKE Greek something. Sorry, on Instagram, asking why do you censor out words that aren't bad. So we're currently having.
This is an important. I wish I had like a voice sample. It's an important topic.
Yeah, because you guys have been mentioning this quite a lot. There is actually a bug with this. We're sorry about this, and we are working on it. But we have put up a thread on Reddit. You can go and have a look. We've shared this over on our social media a lot of times. But yeah, there are some words that are being censored, some words and phrases that are being censored that shouldn't be. And we would like your feedback on this. So if you have any kind of specific words or phrases that are being censored that you feel like shouldn't be for any reason, then let us know, and because we do need specific examples of this.
It's like what we were saying earlier with Sam's question about reproducing bugs.
Yeah,
we need to reproduce these. We need to know the exact phrases that are causing it. Otherwise, we can't find out what the cause is and make a fix.
I mean, it's no good when someone contacts us and says, "Fix the filter," or everything I say has been censored without you telling us exactly.
We don't know what exactly has been censored. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we do need specific details to be able to solve problems.
Yeah. There's the guys over on Call of Duty are experiencing a similar problem at the moment, where they're getting a lot of requests come through that just says 2 words, fix this, and they're actually the subject of quite a lot of negative feedback because of this post. They've asked for more detail, and it just seems a little bit strange. We do need more information. That's what I'm getting at, really. But yeah,
we only want to help you.
Yeah, we want to help you.
Help us.
You need to help us.
Exactly.
Help you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Less bugs equals better Avakin.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
Well said.
Okay, Jess, you got anything?
I've got another non-Avakin related one, which is, have you guys decorated for Christmas this year? M Greek on Instagram asked us that, and we have decorated the office.
We have. We're very proud of our decorations.
There's a bit of a Christmas off going on throughout the different departments.
Yeah.
But I'm shamefully admitting that the community team are lacking compared to the other departments.
We've got the best tree.
Definitely.
We've got the best tree. Retail have got the most stuff.
Yeah. They've just got a lot. That's it.
Everything.
That's all they have.
Retail have done a very good job. Yeah.
When we say retail, that includes all the production side for all of the fashion items and furniture and stuff like that, as well as Lockwood Rhea, she's in there. Any of the words you see on any of our posts, that's Lockwood Lydia. That's all. That's
Lockwood Tally, Lockwood Louise.
Just because we have to remember, guys, that these guys don't know that. So sorry about that. Okay, let's do some more. I mean, I notice in the chat there's a few more questions related to questions we've already asked. Some people aren't happy with some of our answers, which I'm sorry about, but I can only tell you what you know. If you've got anything more specific based on any of our answers, please leave it in the chat and we'll try and answer it in a bit more detail for you. Yeah, let's carry on with these questions anyway. Okay, how do we get uncensored chat back in private spaces? Okay, that's associated to the bug that Sylvia was just mentioning.
That's pretty much the same question.
We need more information.
Yeah.
Okay, Jess, what about this one? What made you decide to switch from being an 18+ game to a more kid-friendly game?
Well,
we weren't ever 18+.
No, we were
17+. Yeah.
So we found that even though we were 17+, there were a lot of players playing that were under 17. So we took that into account and then had lots and lots of meetings, and we eventually decided just to open Avakin for the masses. So then we turned to 13+. We had a look at our content. The app stores agreed that we're 13+ as well, which you know. We're on their platform, so we do have to abide by their App Store guidelines. So we just decided to open it up for everyone.
Well, it's a way to make it safer as well, because some possibly like 13-year-old users were already in the game. So by doing that, we're making it safer and making sure that it's a place for everyone.
As a new 17+ user, you would, because it was classed as 17+, you were expecting that everyone you're speaking to was 17+. Whereas there were people in there, we couldn't verify their ages. Exactly. It's a very, very complex discussion that we had, but I'm sure you can understand why this decision was made. Plus, this was made 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. Yeah.
And I'm going to have to apologise to everyone because I'm unfortunately going to have to leave the stream early today.
Okay.
Because I've got so much to do.
We've got some cool stuff we're planning for you.
Yeah. We have some cool stuff planned, so I need to go help them with that. So.
Okay, thanks, Jess.
Have an awesome
Thanks,
time.
bye, Jess, bye.
Jess.
Wow. There she goes.
You get a wow. There you go. Wow.
Exactly. Okay.
Let's have one more question for everyone from Lana Merrick on Instagram. If you could only choose one animation set to wear forever, what would it be? Forever.
Okay.
So be careful.
In real life.
Apparently, yeah.
Okay.
I want to float everywhere.
Yeah, we know, Jess.
Yeah.
You're gonna say vampire, aren't you?
I'm gonna go with the vamp one. I don't know about real life. I might just have the default one in real life.
See, I like the sporty animation set because that's kind of, I mean, at least if I had to wear that in real life, it's kind of, it gives people the impression that I exercise and
that you're energetic.
go to the gym, yeah, which I don't do in real life. So yeah, that's good.
I think I'd have to go for the vampire one as well because I mean it's floating. It's floating.
Yeah, nothing beats floating.
Yeah, floating's pretty
floating. I mean, I'm not really a big vampire guy or anything, but
quote of the day.
Yeah,
I am not a vampire
guy.
guy.
Big vampire guy.
But when you're given the option to float, you just
do it.
Gotta float.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hashtag gotta float. There you go.
I've got another question. This question's been asked by quite a lot of people, and it's kind of one for Sam. Will we be getting our profile hits anytime soon?
Profile hits. Yeah, that's something that broke quite a while ago. Unfortunately, the profile hits, there was an issue with it where they weren't updating for users, so that you would have people coming onto your profile, but the hits count wasn't actually updating. That's something that we were aware of, but this is kind of one of the more complicated issues that I kind of alluded to earlier. We've kind of come up with a fix so that it now updates, but there's also a separate issue now in which some users are missing the hits that they had before. We're currently still looking into it. It's a little bit of a complicated issue, but our back-end team are definitely on the case and trying their best to try and resolve it.
A lot of the bugs that we do find, often when they're fixed, they lead on to another bug because you change one thing deep in the depths of code and it results in almost a domino for the next thing. Particularly where we're dealing with an older feature like profile hits.
This is the problem. You can kind of think of it as like, I don't know, the Earth's crust, like tectonic plates.
Oh wow!
You kind of move something in one place and something else gets dislodged and
wow, that is
deeply metaphorical. Nice.
I wasn't expecting that.
How impressed you are.
Yeah, well, that's good. Well done.
We're all very impressed.
Well done, Sam. One of these for you.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, you totally deserve that. There you go.
Okay, Sylvia, what have you got?
That's kind of something tied to the Santa event, kind of more of an update, but it's kind of, I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but we have a new feature and it's seasonal gifting. So this, I'm saying this is tied to the Santa event because when you collect, you're collecting gifts from Santa, but then it's your turn to help, so you can send gifts to all of your friends, and when you do that, it adds to kind of like a counter, like community gift counter, I guess. And the more you gift your friends, the more you get special prizes at the end, which is really exciting. But yeah, this works kind of like it works in real life. So if you give someone something, then they have to wait until Christmas to get it, which is how it works in the real world. It's really interesting.
Yeah. Okay, just noticed one come through in the chat. Holly Harville's just asked, why doesn't your Reddit mod answer when contacted? The Reddit platform's quite a new thing to us. We are making improvements where we can. It's a little bit of a problem at the moment. We do understand that a lot of you are looking for acknowledgement on suggestions, things like that, and we are making some changes internally here to improve on that. But please bear with us. It's a learning curve. I'm sorry. Please don't hate us.
Whoa. There is no hate at Christmas.
There is no hate at Christmas. That's another good quote. I might get that on a t-shirt. Yeah. Who would like a t-shirt
So
that says
inspiring.
there's no hate at Christmas across it?
I would,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. You would, as long as it's black, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll wear anything that's black. No matter what it says in it, to be fair. Yeah.
Another one for Sylvia. Can we get one more game or one more working place in Avakin Life? That's Avakin Life Sam's on Instagram that's asked that one.
Okay.
Shout out to them.
Is that a tribute again?
Maybe.
I mean, kind of short-term answer is yes. You can. We do have plans to introduce a lot of like new apartments, new kind of games, new features in general. This kind of leads on to us telling you about everything cool that we've got coming next year. You want to start talking about that? I think.
Do you want me to go into this bit? I can do
Yeah.
it. I can do it.
I'm too excited. We need to do this now.
Okay, so earlier on today, in preparation for this stream, I've got some exclusive information for you, and we're going to be talking a little bit about what we can expect to see in 2019. I'll do that now. Okay, so I've been around all the different departments that do things that might be of interest to the Avakin Life community, not just boring codey stuff, really. So, expected in 2019, well, what we're expecting. Now, please don't quote us on this. These are just what we're trying to achieve.
Oh, they are quoting you. They are quoting you.
Okay, expected in 2019. Lots more interactions, clothes, petkins, apartments and furniture to suit all budgets. More interactive social spots. So we are thinking along the lines of, you know, like we've done with the Ferris wheel recently and the ice skating, where you can actually enter a social spot and do something. If anyone has any suggestions for this.
Because these were actual suggestions that we saw.
Yeah.
And that we
actually
kind
put
of
them into
developed,
place, yeah. We do want to hear them, and don't feel that you need to be restricted when you're leaving suggestions for us. Anything. Leave us anything. No idea is a bad idea. Unless it is genuinely a bad idea.
No,
Backtrack
you ruined it.
Yeah. Yeah, but just go wild. Just let us know what you think's cool. And yeah, that's good. What else is coming in 2019? A shiny new Avakin Life website, including potentially a whole new look to Avakin Life. Sounds really cool and exciting. This one, right, are you ready for this? I might stop the music for this. You ready?
Ooh.
Can I get a drum roll?
We're trying.
Let's do the Fortuna.
Okay.
Here we go. Right, this is quite a dramatic. I really hope you're as excited about this as we're building it up to be.
Why is this so dramatic?
Here we go.
It better be good.
It is good.
You're really determined with this one, aren't you?
Yeah, I think they're going to love
Building
it.
up suspense. And
We are working on ways behind the scenes to try and get more people into a scene.
More Avakins per scene.
More Avakins per scene. You've been asking for it for a long time.
very long time. Every day.
We get multiple suggestions for this every day.
Yeah.
We understand. In the past, we've been heavily restricted by what's possible with mobile technology, memory restrictions. Now, phones are actually overtaking a lot of standard home computers with regards to power, and tablets are doing the same. So that opens up a whole new world for us. We're able to now sort of do things behind the scenes that can bring us closer and closer to achieving more users in scene. So don't quote us on this, but We are working on it. Okay, cool.
This shows that we do listen to
We do
suggestions
listen.
and what you guys say and think.
Okay, so also we're going to have more bands and artists in the venue, including some new ones like the wonderful local band to us actually in Nottingham called Major Oak. We've also got a guy coming in February, I believe, called Ed Black, who is an extremely talented London-based acoustic guitarist. That'd be cool. And also lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of really cool Avakin events.
We mean lots.
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 Yep.
And lots.
Yes. Some of the new features that we're working on that are also coming, like more specifically to features. I've already mentioned trying to get more Avakins in the scene. That would change quite a lot of the way that the game works. Another big thing that you're asking for a lot is emojis in chat. We're trying to work out a way of getting that in for you as well. Also, tied to the emojis, a way of you to like each other's comments in the chat as well. Hopefully group dancing, but we'll see. And also, as we mentioned before, apartments and social spots with more interactive features.
Which you guys seem to love.
Yeah.
And that's great.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, so let's do a few more questions. We are kind of running out of time. This is going really fast for us today. Okay.
Let's have one, like a bit of a kind of nostalgic one from Kerry Sai 8. It's like, what's the first Avakin apartment you've ever decorated?
Oh wow.
Do you even remember?
Mine will definitely have been, what was it called? The very first apartment we released. Bayview.
Whoa.
Bayview. Jess, what was it called?
Bayview apartment?
Bayview.
Was it? Bayview Studio?
Bayview Studio. I think which was pretty much a box with a garden with a swimming pool. But I bet a lot of the people in the chat remember Bayview. But yeah, that was mine. And the thing with that, it was quite a big space, but the decorating area was very restricted because, like I say, the mobile tech wasn't that advanced, so we were restricted on how many, without getting too tech, triangles. Oh no, that's going down the rabbit hole. Sorry, restricted to the memory restricts the amount of furniture items you could place in there, and it was a very small limit at that time. So you would have a big box room with literally just a bed and a pecking in it, maybe a TV. There was no wall hangings or anything like that, no custom wall decorations. So one of the coolest things back then though was the barbecue. I really loved this kettle barbecue we had. I used to put it in all of my apartments, but back in the day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
what about you?
I was gonna say the Nottingham Camelside apartment. I think that's one of the first ones I ever had. I don't know, kind of being in Nottingham, I had to own the apartment in Avakin as well. Just had to. Yeah.
I think the first one I decorated was I think it's called the Thames View, is it?
Oh,
Thames
yeah.
View apartment,
Yeah.
which is set in London, I think.
I think those two are both still available, aren't they?
Yeah, they're both still available. I think that was the first one that I ever decorated because it was a fairly smallish one, easy to do.
Cool. Okay. Right. Any questions from chat? Has anyone sent any through or any other stuff? I haven't been watching it at all. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm trying to run the stream, but I will take a quick look now. Okay. In the meantime, let's have a look at some of the other pre-asked questions. I've got a strange question from a guy called Zephyr Titan here, and this says. Why are you trying so hard to change a game that was near perfect at one point in time? It's a very strange question because
hard to answer.
One, we're not sure on which point in time you're referring to. That's the first thing.
Also, what is your definition of perfect?
Yeah, that's also something to take into account. And the other thing is, if we're to stop developing Avakin Life, you wouldn't get any more exciting features. So. Yeah.
We like to think we're making it more and more perfect.
Yeah, we're adding more things, trying to make it improve.
More
If you're talking about with regards to bugs and stability and things like that come as a side product of new releases and features,
and stuff,
then apologies for that. it's definitely worth reporting these bugs to us, and we'll try and get them fixed as soon as possible. Yeah, I'm not sure if that kind of covers that. It seems a little bit vague, but yeah, sorry about that.
Kind of does.
Yeah. Okay. Sam, you got any more?
There's a question for us all here. Best film you've seen in 2018?
The best film I've
One's
seen.
come from Ali V68.
2018. I'm gonna have to think about this. Oh,
Really?
Avengers Infinity War. I forgot that was
We were all
this year.
waiting for
I
this.
was like, really?
I didn't
Come
want to
on.
say it. I was just waiting for you to realise.
Yes.
Yeah, that is a great movie, but.
I've not actually seen it. I've not seen it yet, so
Oh,
I can't.
what are you doing?
I can't comment,
Go.
even though I've heard great things.
Leave the stream now and go watch it. I'm gonna have to go into kind of horror territory and say Hereditary. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I've heard about
Yeah.
that one. That's a really good one,
Good reviews.
supposedly.
It is good, yeah.
Yeah. I've not actually watched too many films this year, but one of the ones that has been my favourite is Annihilation.
Oh yeah, that was good.
That
That
was-
was like
that's
Oh
a
Netflix
yeah, we
one,
talked
wasn't
about
it?
this.
That's
yeah.
quite a clever one.
Was that the one with Natalie Portman?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good movie. So I recommend you watch that as well.
Yeah, I think it's on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it might not be in other countries, but
Might not be in other countries, yeah, but
For
it is here,
us.
which is helpful for most of you.
Yeah. Okay. We're kind of running out of time.
We're
Have
kind
anything
of
else
really
come
running
through
out
on
of
the
time,
chat?
Any burning questions you guys want to ask?
Okay, Lemuata's just mentioned looking for more moderators in the service. I'm going to ask a question back here. By that, do you mean that you would like to see player moderators in game, or more Lockwood moderators in game, or more Lockwood moderators on Reddit, or more or player moderators on Reddit?
Okay, that's
I'm a
a
little-
lot of
that was four
options.
questions.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
options.
Yeah, sorry about that. I need to know a bit more about what you mean, but yeah.
Yes, if you could just specify.
Oh, Wolf Lee's here. I've only just noticed. Everyone go subscribe to Wolf Lee. Her channel's awesome. She does real life recreations of Avakin hairstyles as one of her featured series, and they're awesome. Okay, so more presence from moderators in servers. Okay, we will feed that back. I
See,
expect
it's-
that's something that will.
Yeah, see,
happen
it's a
to a
little bit
certain
different
degree.
because Avakin works a little bit differently to other games in that a lot of games have kind of player moderation, whereas we've never ventured into that kind of
Well,
thing.
we have. We touched on it in very, very
Well.
early stages of Avakin Life, but it's it didn't work out for us then. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if can I ask one more question with regards to this? And is that so that we're just there, or to make your experience feel safer, or is it so that you've got someone to ask questions for an immediate response, or both? That's kind of, yeah. We just need more. If you can do us a Reddit post that goes into it in a bit more detail, that'd be awesome. Moetta seems to be very, very good at detailed Reddit posts. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she suggests an awful lot. So.
Yeah. Okay, has anyone got any more questions? That would be awesome. Okay. So, sorry, this is really bad practice for streaming, but I'm having a conversation with one user from the chat. So, what Lemoine is getting at here is to feel safe. So, almost like police in a scene.
Okay.
Okay. We'll
That's
consider
interesting.
that.
We'll
Yeah.
definitely feed this back to the team.
Yeah, okay. Cool, okay, I think that is
Yeah.
almost all we've got time for. So let's close this down. But thanks to everyone that joined us today. This stream will remain on YouTube after we finish, so if you do have any friends that missed it, feel free to share it with them. Remember, you can follow us on all of our social media, over at Facebook, here on YouTube. Please subscribe. We need more subscribers so that we can move the channel forward.
Yeah.
On Instagram, we're very close to 300,000 on Instagram as well, so if we can get there before the end of the year, that would be awesome.
Good times.
We are on Snapchat, but we very rarely use it. If you would like to see us more on Snapchat, then please let us know. Every single time I've asked that question, we've got no responses.
I mean,
So,
that kind of does
yeah.
answer your question. So.
Yeah, we're over on VK as well for our Russian-speaking users. And we also on Twitter, but now our Twitter, that's purely for server status updates. So if you're wondering whether Avakin's down for everyone or just for you, remember to check our Twitter. That's at Avakin Official. Also hit the notification bell to stay up to date with all of our YouTube activity. We will be back with you on the 21st. Is that next Wednesday? No, it's next Friday. Oh, next Friday.
We'll get back to you guys on this because we're not sure on the date yet.
Yeah.
But we'll let you know with the post.
It might move, but we believe it's next Friday.
We'll
so yeah, and that'll be our final stream of the year. Bye for now.
Okay, goodbye.
Thanks a lot. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Wow.